Hello, everyone. We are back again for our second game of the day, or third game of the day, actually, of IMs. Today we have Team 5 versus Team Shenaniganers. So Seth's team is Team 5, and Shenaniganers is Nightingale and Jushi. Starting off on the bans, we have the terrorist support picks banned away, so Shaco and Singe are out of there. Elise getting taken away from Seth on Team 5 there. I would expect a Nilly ban coming soon as well, but Hecarim being that pick, and they're just full on banning Jushi here on Team 5. Three of his support picks all banned away. I honestly think the Zac is the scariest of those three. And last ban coming out for Team ShenaniGamers here. I'm expecting a Nidalee ban, maybe a Viego ban. But nothing quite being banned there. It was an Orianna ban, they're typing in all chat. The last match is actually still going on. Unfortunately, that game stream spectator client was broken, and that game is still heading, still taking place. All right, so Orianna ban. First pick Ari coming out for Celeste. How are they going to respond on Shenaniganers? Ari is a contested pick between Anne, the mid laner for ShenaniGamers, and Celeste. Lux being picked, that is most definitely Lux mid. I do not think Jushi plays Lux support. He will always play off meta support picks that generally have engage options. And Jinx following that up. Jinx very strong in the meta right now. Blue side B2 pick. 10 seconds left on that. This will likely be a jungler or support pick. Nidalee was left open. Seth does have his champ. There's gonna blind pick Sivir here, trying to handshake farming bot lane perhaps. This is Tim subbing in for Sneaky Turtles. This is Tim playing the Sivir. And the Teemo one trick will get his one trick. So Lemon Tree locking in Teemo top. Um, so far, a very squishy team comp coming out for Team 5 here. Yeah, this looks like a game Olaf can just run down the whole enemy team with. Olaf being locked in. This could be an Olaf top. Who is the top laner for Team ShenaniGamers, my bad, here. So this is Clown King top lane. Don't believe I've seen Olaf played by Kyle before, so likely a Olaf top. I would imagine Yorick is a pretty good top laner against Teemo. So I'm thinking that we may see a Yorick top out of Kyle here. That is one of his preferred top laners. Melio ban being taken away from the support role of Team 5. So that's HM Fly. But I believe HM Fly mostly plays engage supports. Let me take a double check here. No, he does play Melio. He does play Rakan, Morgana, Mel, Alistar, Blitzcrank. Milo is on his list though. Melrel getting banned out. Viego getting taken away from Nightingale. So Team 5 does not believe that is Olaf jungle, but are thinking that's Olaf top. Since they do have an Olaf, I think Team Gamers here are going to lock in Enchantress support. So maybe Jinx Lulu coming out. Jinx Yumi perhaps. Speak up, Jacob G. All right, let me turn up my mic. Is that better? Is that better, chat? Let me know if it's here. Let me just turn on the stream chat for myself. All right, I'm all the way turned up. That's as loud as I can get. All right, so J4 locked in for Team ShenaniGamers here. So that is Olaf top for Kyle, Clown King. Rakan being the follow-up, so a little tank, a little engage for Team 5. What is Seth going to last pick for his jungle pick here? His team is very squishy. They have no tanks. Will be interesting to see what he chooses to round up this team comp with. I am alone tonight, chat. My partner Tim is actually subbing for Team 5 here, so wish him the best of luck. I will be casting him. Belveth, the last pick here. I kind of like Belveth. I'm still worried about how tanky Team 5 is, but as a round out pick, that's probably the best that you could have done. I mean, you're not going to put your best player on a full tank jungle. You want to have some carry potential on the pick. And Galio being the follow up for the support role for Jushi, I believe. I believe that is Galio support. So they have the J4 Galio combo. J4 is going to jump in, lock him down, and Galio is going to ult on top of them. Olaf could also just run in at them, and Galio can ult on top. I'd be really curious to see Clown King's Olaf here. I've not seen it before, but how hard could it be, right? Okay, with that, draft is done. They should be getting into the game shortly. With that being said, I definitely prefer the team comp of ShenaniGamers. I am very scared for Team 5 not having a tank. If they do not win the early game, it's going to be really hard for them to walk up to objectives. They have a lot of engage opportunities with Ari and Rakan, but it's scary walking up if you're Team 5 here. ShenaniGamers, Olaf could have a wonderful game, depending on how top lane goes. If he just can run down the bot lane here. No Cho Lulu. Yeah, I'm surprised. I think Lulu would have been a better pick, but Lulu doesn't really fit the play style for Jushi. Olaf really likes an Enchanter support. Jinx really likes an Enchanter support. But Galio isn't bad considering that they do have a Olaf that's running in at the enemy team, and J4 is also there as well that can go in, deliver Galio on top of the enemy team. Okay, with that being said, we're going to go on break. By the way, if there's anyone in Twitch chat that wants to join the cast here and make it so I'm not so lonely, feel free to send me a DM and I'll move you into the casting desk. But with that being said, we're going to go on break. I will be sending out the Gamma real shortly. Okay, we are in game here. Let me get everything set up. I think we're all good. Zoom out a little bit. Make sure I'm in borderless. Okay. The design of the foolish are doomed to failure, says Phoebe. All right. This is Phoebe as a substitute ADC here. Will be interesting to see how the master support player will sub for, I believe, a master's ADC. Fixing the roles here. That is Galio's support. Jushi on another terrorist pick that he can roam and take over the game with. This man will not play Enchantress. He only picks champs that goes in. No level 1 shenanigans coming out. I will note that Olaf is starting Doran's shield. He's expecting Teemo to get poke him out of lane. I don't know. If you're picking Olaf, I think you gotta go for the aggressive terrorist play and like get Doran's blade and try to kill Teemo. Though I guess assuming Olaf doesn't have that much kill prior until level 6, Teemo Blind is a very strong ability against auto champions. Even though Olaf has the axe slows, I think the Teemo Blind is very strong. Clown King getting caught out here. Conquer fully stacked for Theory. Clown King forced to ghost and run out of there. He will be late to the level 1 wave unless he's going to stay. He is staying, so he's going to start laning phase really chunked here. Nightingale's having a suspicion that Theory was on his chickens here. Misses the smite. I guess nothing happened out of it. Yeah. Nightingale able to get this big smite on the chicken, get a couple of his smaller chickens there. Not the start that you wanted for Theory there. Good prediction on Nightingale on that invade. Olaf was able to regain some of his HP there. Nice trade coming out from Celeste's Ahri there. Again, to Tsukio, or in this case, Biz, is kind of an Ahri main. Does like her Lux play. Did play at Lux in IM's last semester against my team and eliminated us with it. So not a champion she's unfamiliar with, to say the least. Nothing really special happening. I'd be curious how this top lane matchup is going. Lemon Chi, yep, doing the classic. Hey, you're walking up for CS. Let me auto you a couple times. Could be punishing a little harder. Uses the blind. Yeah, Olaf is like, you want me to auto? Olaf fully stacking the Conquer. Lemon Tree flashing. Ignite coming down, and it's not good enough. Lemon Tree not quite spacing there, but I believe that's expected from a lower rank player at least. Overall, nice try. Clown King able to get a kill there. Is his wave in a frozen state? His wave is kind of in a bad state there. Clown King really should have pushed it all the way forward to tower. He's going to miss a decent amount of CS there because the wave is not crashing. Mid lane, mostly even matchups. Celeste pulling forward a little bit with some 5 CS lead. Bot lane is even harder definition of an even matchup. If I can pan to the bot lane. Come on, client. Both at 24, 23 CS. Rakan versus Galio, both just kind of want to go in and engage. Galio does have some nice follow-up for J4 jungle. Nice trade coming out from Celeste and Buzz in this case. Is missing some of her abilities there. Does have 2 health pots left to drink down and try to recharge on HP here. Looks like we're going to get some action in the bot lane here. J4's just hovering for the potential Bel'Veth gank. Bel'Veth is going to get spotted here. If I can pan to the jungler. Nothing much going to happen out of it. Both junglers are going to say, hey, what's up? And they're both going to back. Jinx taking a reset as well. Galio remaining in lane, probably going to do the delayed back here. So despite Kyle getting a kill there, he's only up 200 gold. Down 4 CS, probably could have been a bit more down as well if Lemon Chi got all the minions that he was missing. Nice charm coming out from Celeste. Shield from Ahri saving her, and she's able to live. Both flashes traded mid lane there. Support on support violence. Jushi trying to freeze that wave. Was he able to? Yep, able to get a nice freeze off for his ADC. They are not going to be able to cancel, or they do get the cancel off on Rakan there. Kyle need to be careful here. Olaf Belveth is coming topside, hits the slow on Belveth. Teemo W speed moving forward. When will Seth hit the W knockup? Kyle flashes it. J4 is in this topside area. I don't think there's a fight to be had though. J4 going in. We'll see how this works out. Teemo in the area. J4 bringing him down. Olaf passes away, but they're able to get the trade on the Belveth there. Teemo in a pretty good spot. Will he be able to run down Nightingale here? Couple more autos. Nope, Nightingale able to flag and drag out. Nothing much able to happen there. Let's take a look at this top wave state. So this wave is frozen once again for Lemonchi. Will he abuse this and only last it and keep the wave frozen? Looks like he will. Pretty good play from, I believe, a silver, maybe bronze player, top laner. I believe he's bronze. Double Chun coming out, double trap. Rakan doing the knockup. Jinx flashing it. Rakan living at 1 HP. Not able to get the reset there. Barrier coming out for Phoebe. Phoebe's just going to run him down. Oh my god, this is such a close fight. Knockup hitting. They're all living with 1 HP. Jinx is the saddest champ in the world. Cannot get excited for the life of her. Clown King getting traded on by Teemo. Looks like X-Lily is going to be hunted down by Phoebe here. That's just a dead Jinx. Okay, solid lead coming out for the bot lane of Team 5 here. Phoebe saying, I'm not the normal ADC, but I can still perform. Jushi trying to freeze this wave again. Celeste, one auto. Celeste able to live there. Phoebe getting taken out by Jushi. Is this just a double kill for the Galio? Terrace Jushi support getting a double kill. Needs one more auto. Is able to find it. Belveth in danger here, getting slowed by the Olaf axe. Charm coming out. Kyle, you're going a little deep there. Teemo's behind. This is looking real bad for Team ShenaniGamers here. And that's a triple kill for Teemo, I believe. Maybe just a double. Not what you wanted to see. They went a little too deep there. Kyle's Viking blood got to him a little bit too much there. Clicked R and wanted to run the enemy team. Okay, so solid lead for this Teemo top lane. Now saying at despite being first blooded, I believe, saying at 500 gold lead. Tsukio, Buzz, and whatever you want to call her, sitting nicely in the mid lane. Only has one death, only down 7 CS despite all the action happening. I think both teams just want to kind of take a breather here. Dragon is up. Looks like Belveth is pathing for it. Looks like they're going to try to do an invade here. Baiting out Jushi perhaps. Jushi getting baited. Jinx hitting a nice double root. Triple root now. J4 here. Lux behind them. Can J4 find the knockup? Does find it. Galio ulting on top of it, locking him in the cage. Was able to hop out, but Jinx was still able to find the kill. Exactly where you want the gold going for this team ShenaniGamers. There is a pretty big mid wave that is being missed. Top lane. Olaf trying to run down the little ram the top lane, but able to kite it out, stay close to his tower. Sweeper for the Olaf, spotting the Teemo Shrooms. Big help in that top lane matchup. Trisha, is there audio? Do you guys not have audio for the game? Ooh, yeah, I should fix that. Okay, Olaf going for the all-in. Does get blinded, but is able to pick up a kill. Let me try to fix audio real quick. game sound was indeed muted. It is now fixed, so you guys should have audio. Let me double check this real quick. I believe there's audio. Someone can correct me if there isn't. Okay. While I was away, not sure how much action happened, but kills did go down. Lux ult coming out, not quite hitting. So overall, pretty even game state. A 500 gold lead towards Team 5 here. I think at this point, Lux is just an ult mid bot, gonna push every wave, use ult, clear it, and try to look for priority on objectives. Look out for the jungle. Teemo is going extremely deep in this red side jungle here. Not gonna get spotted by J4. Is behind J4. J4 is gonna flag and drag out, able to walk away. Olaf roaming down. Looks like there is gonna be a fight for these grubs here. The first three did go to Team ShenaniGamers. Both ADCs left in the bot lane. Olaf does have ult, does not have Ghost for this fight. Galio is here. They do have the J4 ult into Galio combo. Jinx Rocket coming down. Is just going to hit the Rakan. Not able to seal anything. Team ShenaniGamers pressuring it here. Ari TPing back mid. Coming down, Galio getting a nice knock at the J4 cage. No one gonna die from that though. People passing away. Olaf's still here. Olaf's used his ulti, able to run down. Jushi looking for a knock on the Rakan, able to find him. Seth living at 1 HP. Can Nightingale find him? Does. Rakan trying to wall away. Jushi flash ult, Rakan over the wall. Triple kill for the jungler of Team ShenaniGamers here. Kyle going a little deep, able to walk it out. One thing to note for this matchup is that we do have Seth versus Nightingale in the jungle. Seth has been a coach, mentor figure for Nightingale, so I'm sure this matchup means a lot to Nightingale. Finding A1 we're just gonna smite the Void Grubs and flag and drag out. Khan pinking bot lane, but I don't think there's any action to be had here. June's almost finding the slow on PvP Black Shield and get able to walk it out. I think if PvP didn't Black Shield it, he could have made Jinx go forward a little more, and Khan could have potentially found a play on Jinx, but that's a little too 5-head for where the game's at. Seth showing up bot lane here. Not able to find here. Excellently finding a nice trap with Jinx. Surely Olaf can just run down Teemo whenever his ult's up now. Surely. Okay, Teemo one coming out. Olaf. Bit of a trade. 3-man bot, position 4 dive here. Who will tank? Khan needs to be the one tanking. This is the W stun. Seth is tanking. Gets by Jushi. Jushi able to find a kill. Jinx inside, running down the PvP ult coming out. Jinx ult coming. Sidestep nicely. That's all they wrote there. The Rakan W missing kind of baited Seth into going in there. Seth forced to take tower aggro when I don't really wanted to. And Jushi doing some nice peel for his jungler there. For his AD carry there. Teemo getting his back hand, so Olaf here, just gonna run down the wall around the top lane. Nice stun coming, nice root coming out from Buzz. Able to take away half of Celeste's HP bar there. What once was 500 gold lead for Team 5 is now what, 2K, 2.5K gold lead for Team ShenaniGamers here. Celeste taking a very bad trade from Buzz there. Buzz showing how wide she picked his left pick. Able to not have already stolen, but found from top, overextended, overstayed. Death for Kyle there. Into the pockets of the X-Masters jungler set. Engaging on the enemy bot lane. Kyle, or not. Nightingale is here. Jake locked down the cage. Galio on top. A little bit more damage onto Phoebe. Nice double knockup from Fly. Is gonna get taken out. And the Jinx rocket from mid lane does fine. Phoebe. Nice rocket from X-Lily there. Okay. Getting some all chatting, commenting on her own teammates' plays. That was clean, right? Yeah, I would say that was pretty clean for bot lane play. Don't know if that's what she was referencing, but that's what we'll see. So 6 kill lead for Team ShenaniGamers here. I can't imagine the team ever wins in the side lane now with Olaf having ulti up. Olaf just clicks R and runs down the ramp. Especially if this goes up. Teemo having to walk back a little bit. HM Fly clearing out this vision here, looking for a Seth gank. Will Seth be successful in finding it though? Seth gonna get spotted on a ward in the tri-push. Jinx knows, hey, I need to back up. Galio is topside. Looks like they're gonna be doing this Rift Herald on spawn. I believe the 3 objectives have already gone to one team. Have already gone to ShenaniGamers. 5-1 Nightingale showing the jungle potential in this game. Jinx having to back up, doesn't want to get tower dove, rightfully so. But is she getting a little greedy here? Nope, just gonna chill in the bush, wait for her tower to fall and the wave to come to her. Nightingale's jungle being invaded by Seth here. Nightingale is topside. Seth able to take away just the wolves, I believe. His whole jungle is gone. They're picking mid lane. Looks like they're going to go Flash W missing from the con. Charm missing from Celeste. Alex able to just walk it out. There is an Olaf. He does have a Rift Herald. We'll be curious to see when he uses this Rift Herald. There are 3 coming towards the top lane on Clown King here. He does not have any vision down. Is going to spot it. Khan missing another W knockup. Tsukiyomi. I'm forgetting what her name was because she changed it. Buzz, typing out love in chat there. Love you to Ari. Celeste TKing Volley is going to get punished for it. Volley power dies, and that's another kill in excellently spot. That is now 4-1 Lux with an incredible frontline kill for her. That's going to be a very scary Jinx in these team fights that are to come. 3.4 or just a 3k gold lead for Team ShenaniGamers here. Alright, we're seeing the Wombo combo mid lane. That's just a nice cage. And Galio all on Phoebe, blocking him in the cage for CC and early execution. Alright. No jungle camps for Seth to farm in the top side. Kind of looking to go bot here, but Nightingale is taking in the bot side jungle. Looks like they're looking for X-Lily here. Are going to find the Rakan and all. Not able to fight, and then more shooting for X-Lily. X-Lily able to live, but no kills falling for 5. Where is there? Celeste forced to ult, dodge Nightingale's flag and drag. Walks back in anyways, spotted on a ward, and Team ShenaniGamers turn to top lane. This Olaf looking to kill this tower is just going to find it. Ghosting towards Teemo, going to run the little rat down. Will he find the Q slow? Teemo does have his flash, flashes over the wall, and is able to live. Dragon spawning shortly here. This would be the 3rd dragon for Team ShenaniGamers. Lux barely able to get that back off. HM Flight not quite finding it. Olaf taking the Rift Herald out. Is he going to turn right, or is he just going for tower damage? He is going for tower damage. It does mean he can get collapsed on. He's going to the full tower, gets blinded, not able to find the tower, ults away the blind, his mini wave god does find the tower, can he turn on emo here? Needs a little more healing. Close producer guard. Able to get the tower, not able to find the kill. Adacon being taken from 4 to 5 here. Does find it, but they don't have any. They have 1 grub for it to empower. Ruinous Adacon does play the, I think, 5% boost. Maybe it was 25. I think that sounds more like 25% boost for all objective monsters, so grubs, dragons. Only 1 grub to the team 5's name, so not getting that quite buff, but able to get the XP and damage down. Nice charm coming out from Buzz here. Able to finally lock down. Jafer falls up, gets the kill. This is going to be bot tower to Team ShenaniGamers here. Quite the amount of shutdowns for Team ShenaniGamers here. Curious how they close out this game if they can. Scaling wise, I do believe the Genesis strategy is Seth able to live. Galliol coming down. Recon in the enemy backline should just be dead. This is Jinx reset. Jinx running out of Emo. Is able to hit the slow, but no follow up. Nightingale going by himself. Jinx Rocket coming in, able to find the kill. Once again, Jinx is inside. Nightingale getting kited out. Jushi flashing in, is able to find knock him on. He dies. Hemo getting run down. Jinx still excited. Quadra kill for the Jinx. Can she get Penta? Nightingale flashing over the wall, trying to donate this kill to X Little League. She's being corralled in the bot lane. X Little League coming. This may be the first Penta. And that is pentakill for Jinx. First pentakill of the IM season so far. X Little League does die for it. That penta did cost a lot. Probably not the most optimal play, but they gotta go for a penta when you can get one. That is now a 9-2-1 Jinx ball lane. X Little League putting on a performance. I think this Jinx champ is kind of broken right now as well. But able to get fed, up 1,000 gold on her laning opponent. Leads in all roles so far for Team ShenaniGamers. Belbeth chasing down Olaf here. Olaf not just trying to fight this. Gonna turn to fight. They kill. Alright, silver top laner solo kills Masters, Diamond jungler. Going from bad to worse here for Belbeth there. I'm assuming he thought that Olaf's ult was not up. Or maybe he was just trying to make a desperate play. You can see the desperation in some of the plays that Team 5 is making here. Trying to find the footing back into this game where there is this hyper scaling 9-2 Jinx. Belbeth can scale. I'm not sure how well she scales in recent history, but she used to be one of the better scaling passive. Nothing else gonna get spotted mid lane. Just gonna play a little far back, wait for the wave to come up. Nightingale and Seth both just farming up their jungle. Olaf is kind of pushed up right now, but as we know, it's Seth and the 1v1 up now. I believe Seth would need some Hilka if you want to 1v1 Olaf. But they're both sitting at 2 items. Olaf spotting the Belbeth there into the jungle. Teemo running top lane. Needs to be careful with this Olaf. Kyle is extremely far up, but seeing how they envision 2 of the members and Ari's backing bot. Dragon spawning shortly. Kyle gonna try to pull the enemies towards him. Fight happening mid lane. Nice root coming out from Buzz, followed up by Jinx Rocket and Lux ult, and that's a dead recon. Nightingale going in. Galliol on top, locked in the cage. Galliol not able to find any CC, but still able to get a kill. Jinx is in the 10-2 Jinx isn't in these fights in the winning. Buzz getting caught by a nice charm from Celeste. Continuing going forward. Double taunt for Jushi. Nothing much is gonna follow. There is still this 10-2 Jinx. There is a 6-1-13 J4 setting up a death bush here for the enemy team. Looks like they are spotted. J4 walking forward here, hunting for the enemy team. Celeste and Seth getting routed towards the bot lane. This is Mountain Dragon Soul spawning. 6k gold lead for Team ShenaniGamers. Seth checking out the pit, saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" and walking out. Nightingale picking to pull the dragon outward, doesn't want to risk the 50-50, but Seth is back in the pit, is now hitting the dragon, trying to force the 50-50 here. Engage coming out for Jushi, finds two of them. Big three-man taunt for the COD. Olaf running down the enemy team. Nightingale does get caught. Excited Jinx. Jinx is getting killed. This is a turning fight for 5 meter, but not quite able to finish it up. Nightingale hits a nice double knockout. Despite finding the Jinx, everyone on Team 5 except Exility able to survive. They got the Jinx for a wet cost. It was a good engage for their con there. Hit a nice three-man charm to a 2-man W knockup. Not quite able to find their footings out of that fight. Gold lead was a little too high. Team ShenaniGamers slapping Team 5 with their bank accounts. Took out the wallet and hit him with it. God need to be a little careful. Used his W already. Can't W out. Does sidestep the axe. Olaf running at the enemy team made his pile overextending just slightly. Will be a kill for Lemon Sheep. 5-6 now on the Simo. We're here at 27 minutes of the game. Mountain Soul collected for Team ShenaniGamers. They also have the 25% monsters buff from Atacon. So therefore dragons plus 5 grubs, quite big for their power in this game. Okay, so Celeste is bot lane, does have TP if Team ShenaniGamers decide to do this dragon with Baron, pardon. I'm just not sure how Team 5 can play this one out. I think their engage they got the last time around was the best that they could have gotten. Jinx was caught in first to die in that team fight, but this 6-1-17 J4 with a Galio on top, 3-item Lux, all very strong. Even if they do manage to kill the Jinx, they're still quite the damage dealers for Team ShenaniGamers. Olaf matching this bot lane, does not have any sort of TP or way to get to this Baron, but Team 5 just can't start this without touching pick. Invasion Ward coming out. Looks like Team 5 is using this opportunity. They see 2 bots, or at least 1 bot. They're going to use this opportunity to clear out some of the vision in the red side jungle, make it a little safer to walk around in this area. ShenaniGamers going to do the same now. Going to group up, walk into their jungle, clear out any vision that Team 5 just placed down. Try to clear out any vision. Nice control work on the Baron. Is able to do it. Is able to pull vision down on that objective. TP advantage still for Team 5 here. Celeste or Buzz is locked in this bot lane. Does not have TP, but I'm not sure how much they can do with this. Do with that advantage. J4 slowly pushing Team 5 out of their own jungle. Gonna try to secure vision. Mountain Soul just blocking the full Team Mushroom damage. Olaf did not take a shred of HP just going through the Mountain Soul shield. Seth is scaling up in this game, sitting at 2.5 items. Taking a look at the gold, he's about 1.5. Down not the chart. Tonking running in all 5, going full Olaf mode. J4 hitting a nice 3-man set, 2 of them dashing out. Tonking able to come pass it away. J4 hitting it nicely again. And flying drag. Ari's still alive. Jinx this whole time is free hitting, is able to find the kills, and that's all dead. 4 5 there. That should just be game. 30-second death timer on the Rakan, 40-second on the bigger players. They do not have a midway. May not be able to end. Looks like they're just going to run towards Baron here. Nice choke point, chase the enemy team into a choke point there, able to find big CC with the Nightingale. Clown King is running in that last team fight, not quite able to deliver the Galio support on top of the heads of the enemy team. Still able to work it out. Jinx the whole time has an amazing frontline play for was able to free hit the whole fight. Got excited and just took it. It is a 3-item Jinx with 13k gold. 2k ahead of the lane opponent. Closer fight than it should be, given that it was a 7k gold lead though. This game may just be a long one. Baron picked up. We'll see how much they're actually able to do with this Baron buff. If I am Team ShenaniGamers, I am starting to get scared of the scaling Velvet pick. Shiver, she is 1-7, but later the game goes, the more money she gets in her pocket. She is sitting on 3 items here.
They really should slow down.
I'm pretty sure Lux can just one-shot half the people on the team 5 here if she hits like a root or like a deep guard. It'll be fun to see it when it happens. Seth not with it. His team currently was farming top wave. Team 5 needs to play a little slave because they do not have their death. Timo shrooming up his jungle, able to find Nightingale with that shroom, but yeah, Mountain Soul plus J4, I believe is it W. Looks like they are going to spot Timo. Little rat is a little bit dead. Pull off, Demon Charm, holding on to his ulti. J4 going in, hits a nice ult, and dashes out of the pit. You know, Ari has a dash, Rakan has a dash, Seth has a dash, all that. Quite not the combo that you're looking for there, but was able to force Velvet to flash out of that pit. Lux our cooldown? Yeah, let's take a look and see how long that cooldown is, if we can. 25-second Lux ult cooldown. That is disgusting. That is 1,000 damage every 25 seconds? Yes, it's round. Elder picked up for Team ShenaniGamers. I'm imagining that they're going to take this, go to the next team fight, and try to finish up with this buff. 11-3-8 Jinx, 5-1-19 Terrace Galio, 10-4-6 Lux with a 25-second ult CD, and Nightingale has been hitting some insane engages with its flag drags this game so far. Again, I just don't see a way. I mean, you gotta somehow kill this Jinx before she gets excited, or else the fight's just over. Rakan has to go in, find the CC knockup. Ari has to ult in, try to follow up on that CC. It's just so hard for them to fight. I mean, even if they kill the Jinx, there is a fed Lux, there is a fed J4. Olaf can just run down your backline, and that's just a dead rat. Alright, Lex ult used. Don't worry, it's on CD, but it will be up in, what, 20 seconds now? Nightingale just tanking the tower, you know, Mountain Soul, tanking jungler. Is full armor so far. It does have the Death Dance, it is building Lord Mail. I think Team ShenaniGamers is just going to try to run down and finish with this element while they still have it. Teemo's dead for another 28 seconds. J4 fighting the hit. Seth locked in the hit. Galio on top. Seth is gone. Trying to follow her up. Jinx is excited. Rakan does hit the CC. Does not have any follow-up for it. Charge coming out. Hits Galio. Galio walking into the fountain. Not quite. Last tower alive. Both towers dead. 4-3-5. GG. Jungle Gap. All chat is insane. Coach complimenting his mentee. now they're just farming them in base here. That should just be game. Strong performance from this Nightingale J4. Jinx getting incredibly fed. Another terrorist pick being shown by Jushi here. Not only do you have to be worried about his Zac, but his Singe, his Shaco. Now he's showing us he can play this Galio support combo nicely with the J4 top, or J4 jungle, apologies. That is the game. We still have a couple minutes before the next game is supposed to start, so we'll go to the caster desk here. Twitch chat, anyone we want to see in particular? Anyone at all? There is a bit of delay, so I will give it a couple moments here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull in Nightingale to see if he wants to give some words on his performance that game on the draft. Mr. Nightingale, quite the performance he did there. How does it feel playing against your coach and performing against him pretty well, out jungling you could say, even getting in the all chat at the end of the game saying jungle gap GG. Oh, hold on, Twitch, they cannot hear you. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, Twitch chat, Steven, can you try talking?
Testing, testing,
All
one,
right,
two.
they should be able to hear you now. All right, so as we were saying, Nightingale, great performance. You were laying against your coach Seth, who's been your longtime coach for a while. He did say GG jungle gap at the end of the game there. How's it feel to win against him?
It feels pretty good. I think this is like the first time I've actually won against him in an official match.
Okay. You have anything to say to your competition? We do have to quickly move on to the next game because it is starting soon. I would like your opinion too, as well. Who's going to win
I
that
see,
game?
I see. Wait, who's up right now?
It is. Let's take a look. So we have Team Whooper versus Team What the Sigma. So that's Delary. That's GeoBuxen versus Alston's team.
Joe Buxton versus Alston's team.
So GeoBuxen's team is, let's find him. So GeoBuxen, Ruler Galaxies, Deliri, MC347, Toadwalt, and Alston's team, if I can find them, is Baby Cypher, Alston, Kikuya mid lane, Roger, I guess, and insert best name.
Just looking at the names, I think whoever wins top should probably win the game. Because
Uh,
both teams are, as it seems, pretty topside favored.
I,
So either insert best name or Geobooks, and whoever comes out on top in top lane would probably be the winner of the game.
Alrighty, you heard it here first. Top lane actually matters. Hopefully we don't see some islands. Both Masters top laners gonna try to take over the game. With that being said, thank you, Steven, for sticking around. And we're gonna get ready for this next game coming up.
All right, thank you.